Man, I hate having a slow computer, and I'm sure you guys do as well. You're here with Scott. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm giving you 6 awesome, simple, straightforward tips on how to speed up your Windows 10 computer quickly and easily, and this works on desktops and laptops. Just quickly, just wanted to remind you guys, if you enjoy this style of content where I give you tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your technology, that is what you're going to see here and get on this channel. Lots of tech content, reviews, discussions, tips and tricks, top apps, that sort of thing. That's all here. So yeah, definitely subscribe. We're actually going to do a 100 subscriber giveaway soon if we can hit that number. And that's an excellent opportunity for you to get yourself some free tech. Now with the quarantines and things going on, I might just have to give out like say a gift card. But yeah, one lucky subscriber, once we hit 100, is going to win a gift card. So more to come on that, but yeah, definitely subscribe. You won't regret it. Let's get into it.
Okay, on to the first tip. Now this one is very straightforward. Make sure you restart your computer daily. It will make a world of difference. This may seem obvious to some, but if you haven't been doing this, it can really hinder the performance of your computer. Just like how we as humans require sleep to recover and to feel good, so does your computer. It needs a bit of rest every now and then. And while you're at it, make sure you're giving it a proper restart by clicking shutdown or restart here. Sleep isn't good enough. It'll still run some tasks in the background, even though it seems like it's off, and it just doesn't count as a proper restart. So this is literally the most simple thing you can do to get a bit of boosted performance out of your machine. It takes 5 seconds a day and it's dead easy. Tip number 2, delete all your garbage. When you have heaps of trash on your computer, it really starts to slow it down. What I suggest is come into your drives. If you have multiple, then have a look on both. So what you want to do is have a look, see what is taking up all the space. See, look, I've got 226 gigabytes free of 1.57 terabytes. What I suggest is go through and start deleting things that you don't need anymore. If you have photos and videos, then go onto those and upload them either to some sort of cloud service like Google Photos or iCloud, or grab a external hard drive. You don't have to do this, but you can grab an external hard drive and back everything up to that and just simply keep that stored somewhere, which is another way to do it, so you can keep everything off your computer. If you do use something like Google Photos, which I have a video on, make sure you can upload in the original resolution if you want the high quality. That gives you 15 gigabytes free. If you want to upload it in just high quality, then it scales it down to 360p. So depending on what you need, you get unlimited storage for that lower quality, but yeah, it just doesn't look as good, so that's up to you. But you don't have to pay for anything. I'm not suggesting that you do. It's just an option out there. Now, once you've gone through and cleaned up your drives, what you can do is you can actually force a disk cleanup of your drives and ensure that basically all the Windows files that are held there and really don't need to be there get cleaned up. So what you do is you go to the start menu, you type in disk cleanup. Now, you don't just click on this app, you actually right click it and go run as administrator. Now start with the drive that your operating system is installed on. So for most people, it will only be the C drive, and that actually has a little icon here. I've never noticed that, but I'm assuming that means it has the operating system on it, like it's the system drive. So click OK, and because you did run as administrator, it'll actually give you more options of things to clean up. So you can see here, look, Windows Update Cleanup, 6.69 gigabytes. That's actually a lot. That's over 5 gigabytes right there that I'm just cleaning up just from running this thing. And that will definitely help speed you up. I'm just going to go through and clean that up, and then I'll be back in a minute. And just like that, it's done. So we were just able to save myself about 7-8 gigabytes on my system drive just by running a disk cleanup. There we go, that's very easy. Now you might think we were done by doing the disk cleanup, but we were not. There's actually more garbage that you can get off your machine. What I want you to search is C Cleaner. If I could type, here it is. So basically this is a software that analyzes your machine and deletes all this rubbish off it for you. So it's just temp files and things like that. I'm not a shill for this company. I don't even really know who owns it. You don't have to pay any money. It's free. I have it already, but this is where you come to get it. It used to be really good back in the day, but nowadays it is a little more bloated, I noticed when I used it, but it's not a bad app. It's actually pretty good. Let's open it up. So you can run a health check for you, that's fine, you can do that if you want. Otherwise, you just run a custom clean. What you do is you look on the left here and you look at all the apps that you use and see the ticks. That's the things that's going to be deleted, and it will show you other applications as well. So if there's anything else you want, you can tick it and delete it out. If you want, do an analyze first so you see what's going to go. I ran one recently, so there's probably not much to delete, but you might have a lot. See, just in a few days, I've accrued 668 megabytes of just random garbage. Like, I don't need any of this stuff. Cookies and temporary files. Now, that's one you might want to save, like internet history and things like that, because it will keep all your passwords. Oh no, here we go. So save passwords, that's separate, that's okay. But yeah, if you want to keep your internet history, untick that. But it does keep up a little bit of space. So once you've analyzed it and you realize that, yep, those are things I don't need, so run the cleaner, and it will delete all that stuff for you. So there you go, you've just saved another 668 megabytes. Now, the final component of getting rid of all your rubbish is to come to search, type programs, add or remove programs. It'll tell you what apps you have installed. And then what you do is, instead of name, go by size, and then have a look through your list and see if there's anything that's really large that you don't use anymore. I don't even really play WoW. I could get rid of this if I wanted to, and I was running low on space. Like all these games that I've finished or don't really play, I could uninstall them all and get heaps of space back. The less you have installed, the faster your operating system is going to be. If you're playing these things, don't worry about it. But if you're not using them anymore, it's definitely worth cleaning up. If you log into your computer and it opens up a million different apps every time you log in, this step is probably really going to help you out. It'll probably help you speed up your login times. And this is the startup tasks or apps that are opening. So what you do is open Task Manager, go over to the fourth tab here, Startup, and have a look at what is starting up. You can even see look last BIOS time. So make note of that number, and then after you sort this out, log in again and see what the number is. It should be lower. Basically, just go through this list and have a look if there's anything that you don't know what it is, or if there's something that you know what it is, but you're like, well, why is that even starting? I don't even want that to start. For example, let's say, you know what, I'm super over Steam. I don't want Steam to open anymore on login. What you can do is either right click and disable, or if you're thinking, oh gee, I didn't even know I had that app on here, you can actually go, okay, Steam client, I don't want that anymore. Go into the apps and programs that we went to in the last clip and uninstall it, and then it will be gone. Obviously it won't start up because you won't have it on your machine anymore. Now, while you're still in the Task Manager, the next thing I want you to look at quickly is actually the processes. So open processes and look along the top here and see if there's any numbers that are really high, close to 100. If there is anything close, for example, look, my memory is much higher than all the others, what you do is click it until it sorts by highest to lowest, and I can see that Google Chrome is actually using a lot of memory. Now, for anybody that knows Chrome is notoriously a hog of memory. It's pretty much expected at this point, so I'm not worrying about that too much because I've got 17 tabs open. So if I closed all those, that would go way down. So not a concern to me. But if you do see something strange in there that's causing and using a lot of memory, what you should do is actually Google it and see what it is, especially if you don't recognize it, and then you can work out how to fix it. It might be something that's bugged, or something from a Windows update that's causing issues. And if you can sort that out, it'll actually fix up your computer and solve you a lot of slowness issues. So this one here is especially important if you're on a laptop. Type in battery or power and sleep settings and it will come up. So go to power and sleep settings, come over here to the right to additional power settings, and make sure that high performance is ticked. If it's not ticked, you'll get slowness. Now, if you are on a laptop, ticking high performance will make the battery run out faster. So if you don't want to do that, then yes, go to balanced. But if you're on a desktop or you don't care about the battery life, you're plugged into the charger or whatever, definitely tick high performance. It actually makes a difference. And the next one here, we're going to go into settings. We're going to go appearance, adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. You get this pop up here. Now it's probably on let Windows choose what's best for my computer. What you want to do is adjust for best performance. Click that and it will turn them all off. So that'll speed up image things. It won't load certain thumbnails. It won't smooth things out. It won't look as good. Your screen definitely will not look as good, don't get me wrong, but this is for performance. So if you're looking to speed it up, you're gonna have to take some sacrifices and turn this stuff off. And the final step to speed up your computer is to come back to the search menu again and type in Defragment and click that top option there, Defragment, and optimize drives. Now, how this works is your drives, think of your drives as like a massive row. And when you save something or you have files, it doesn't just put it in the next row. It finds a free space and slots it in there. So that's what's called fragmentation. So eventually, after a long period of time, you'll have a lot of gaps in your data because it's not in order like you think, right? So you've got a lot of gaps in your data, and when you're searching for something, it has to go through those gaps and look for it all. And that's just not efficient, right? That's not optimized. So that will take time. So what defragmentation does is it tries to actually close those gaps, and it can do a pretty good job of it, and it actually does make a big difference. So go to the drive that you want to defragment and click optimize on it. So I'll do it on my hard drive. In fact, you can even analyze first if you want, but I'll just click optimize. There we go. So it's passing it through. It does a few passes and tries to defragment it for you, and it does make a big difference, this one. We'll just let that run, and then your machine should be running faster than Usain Bolt. And there you go, so your disk is now defragmented. You can do that on your other drives. I really recommend it. Probably not really on the system reserved. If you have that, that doesn't really matter.
And that brings us to the end of the 6 tips. So I hope this helped speed up your computer a bit. If it did, leave a comment below and let me know which one helped the most. It'll be interesting to see what helped you, like which tip helped you the most. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would really help out my channel grow. And I will see you guys in the next one.